In this video series, we are going to discuss how to use Microsoft Teams software. Due to this COVID-19 situations, many of the educational organizations started using this app. The industries which are having, specifically IT industries, those who are having already a culture of work from home, already they have started using this Microsoft Teams software's way back. Now let us dive in and let us know how we can create our account with the Microsoft Teams. Now you can open your internet browser and you can search for the Office 365. Then like this window you will get, you can click on the first link, then you will be diverted to this window. As already I have created my account, it will not ask me to sign up. Okay, if you haven't signed up for the Microsoft Teams account up till now, it will ask you to create your Microsoft Teams account, and with the help of your Gmail, easily you can create your Microsoft Teams account. There are two or three versions. Specifically, one free version is there of Microsoft Teams, and second is nothing but paid version. And under that paid version, number of options are there. As per our requirement, we can purchase the plan which is suitable for you. Now, many of the organizations are using free softwares also. Then, what is the drawback of that free version? Now, lot many facilities are there which are not available on the free version. Specifically, if I want to schedule a meeting, then I cannot get that facility on the free version. Along with, I cannot get the calendar facility in that free version. These are the two drawbacks of free versions of Microsoft Teams. If you don't have any problem with these two drawbacks, you can use free versions as well, no problem. As my organization has purchased any of the paid plan and they have provided with me this login ID, so I will log in by using that login credentials. Then it will ask me to enter my password. I will enter my password and I will click on the sign in button. Then you will be diverted to this window. Now this is Office 365 and these are nothing but the products of Office 365. Number of products are there. By clicking all apps, you can explore how many products are there under the Office 365. But right now we are in need of only this team software, and our main focus or this talk is related to this team software only. Now how we can launch or how we can open that team software? Two ways are there. By clicking here also you can open that team software, or you can go to the uppermost left corner and you can click here. Here I can find apps, and under that apps I can search for the teams and I will click on the teams. Then you will be diverted to this window, and here it will ask whether you want to go for the web applications or you want to have the desktop application. Now let us start with the web application, and later on I will give how you can download that application. Now let us start with setting up our account. Now go to the uppermost right corner and here you can find your initials. My name is Dattatreya Godke, therefore I am finding here DG. Just click here. Then I will get first as my name, and below that I am getting one tab to change or set up my profile picture. Now after clicking on that, I will get this window. Here I will click on the upload picture and I can select the photo which I want to upload or which I want to set as a profile picture. I suggest or I recommend you to upload your profile picture, as it will be much more beneficial for your students as well as your faculties to know you in a better way, and who is posting the messages. It will be much helpful or much beneficial for the students as well as faculties. After that you can click on the save button. and then you can close that window. Now previously here at uppermost right corner my initials were there. Right now you can find my photograph here. Let us click once again on it and we will go to the next tab. Here few options are there, means whether the my students or fellow colleagues, whether they want to, or I want to show them whether I am available for the meeting or conversation, or I am busy, or you don't want any disturbances. Like that, many options are there. Out of that, any option you can select as per your choice. Let us select the available right now and let us explore the next tab. Now here what I will do, here I can add the status that I have written as a education is a journey, and here I can select to whom or how that message will be shown. Here what I have selected, show when people message me, means whenever somebody messages me they will see this status message of mine. Then here some customization is also there, means for how much time this status message should be shown, that I can select. For 1 hour, after 1 hour it should be vanished, or after 4 hour, or after today. I will select as a 1 hour and I will click on the done button. Then here it will appear that I have set the status message. The next tab, that is nothing but the saved button. Right now we haven't explored much regarding this leftmost side, that is activity, chat, teams, assignments, calendars, files, that we are going to cover in the subsequent video series. Now how we can make use of this saved button, or what does it mean by the saved button? Here inside that chat section, or inside the team section, or inside the conversation section, number of messages we are going to send and number of messages we are going to receive. If some message you find as a suitable, or that message need to be looked over, then what you can do, you can click on that message and you can save that message, and afterwards if you want to see that message you can click here. Here you can find those messages. Let us move ahead with the next tab, that is nothing but settings. Here three types of settings are there: general, privacy and notification. Let us explore the general settings. Here you can find first option as a themes. Here different themes are there: default, dark and high contrast. Out of that, as per your choice, you can select any of the theme. Then next option is layout, which layout you want, that may be grid, that may be list. Here next option is to select the language. Here you can select the language in which this application should be shown, here by clicking up. Out of these many languages you can select a language of your choice. For keyboard also number of languages are there. Out of that you can select which is suitable for you. Now let us dive into the next setting, that is privacy setting. This is similar to our mobile phones as well. Now which options you want to enable and which options you want to disable, you can click there and you can select as per your choice. Now next tab is notification. This is similar to our mobile notifications as well. Then here under mentions you can say, suppose personal mentions. I want to see whether banner and email, or I want to see only banner, or I want to see only show in feed. That you can select as per your choice. Okay, for all these settings, for all these options as per your choice, you can select any of the option here. This is about the setting. Now let us close it and let us explore the next tab, that is nothing but keyboard shortcuts. Here number of keyboard shortcuts are there to run different commands inside this Microsoft Teams software. Right now it will be little bit difficult to remember all the shortcuts. When we will use this application number of times, definitely we will remember or memorize all those shortcuts. So let us not invest much of the time on those shortcuts, and let us dive in next tab, that is about. Here as usual regarding other softwares, here also some legal terms are there, then privacy and cookies are there, and third party notices are there. If you want to explore them, you can click there and you can go through it. After that, next option is download the desktop applications. Means after clicking on this tab, you will be diverted to the window where you can download the desktop application for Microsoft Teams, and below that you can also have the link to download the mobile application. And last option, that is nothing but the sign out. If you want to sign out of your account, you can click here, you will be signed out. So far we have learned what is Microsoft Teams software, then how we can set up it, that account, how we can change the profile picture, how we can change your status to available, busy, do not disturb, and so on. Then how we can add the status message, then what is the significance of save tab or button, then what is inside the settings. Inside settings, three options are there: general, privacy, and notification. And as per your choice and requirement, you can change those settings easily. After that, we have explored keyboard shortcuts, and we have decided, as this is our start and we have just started using these applications, many of the shortcuts will not be remembered or memorized. How much is possible for each and every individual, we will memorize or remember those, and we will start using it. And when the use of this application goes on increasing, definitely we will remember all those shortcuts. Then we have discussed about this application. Three terms are there: legal, privacy, and cookies, and finally third party notice. Then how we can download the desktop application and how we can download the mobile application, and finally how we can sign out of our account. Now let us go towards the left hand side of this window. Here you can find number of tabs or number of buttons, which goes as activity, chat, teams, assignments, calendars, files, and here three dots are there, means more applications are there that we need to explore. Here also more applications are there. Here help tab is there. Like that, number of tabs or buttons are there, and in subsequent series of lectures we will discuss what is the significance of each and every tab. Now let us move ahead and let us learn the functions and the few more things regarding this left hand side of this Microsoft Teams application or software. These are activity, chat, teams, assignments, calendars, calls, files, and so on. Out of that, in this video we are going to focus on this activity tab and chat tab. Let us start with the activity tab. Here inside that activity tab, I am going to get two options. Those are feed and my activity. Right now, as we have just started using this applications, we haven't done or we haven't initiated any of the chat or any of the conversation. We haven't participated in any of the Google Teams or challenges. As a result of that, inside this feed as well as my activity, it will be shown nothing. But as and when I am going to make use of all the functionalities of these softwares, definitely I will get some feeds as well as my activity. Meanwhile, you can assume or you can say that this activity tab is similar to our notification tab in our mobile phone. Suppose if I miss any of the phone call, then what will happen? On the home screen of mobile phone, I will get that notification. This activity tab is similar to that only. Who has sent a message to you, who has scheduled a meeting, who has sent the meeting credentials to you, then what you have done, which replies you have given, which messages you have sent, that all those things will be shown here inside this feed as well as my activity. Now let us go ahead and deep dive into this chat section. Suppose I have to initiate the private chat with any of the colleagues or student inside my organization. Then with the help of this functionality or with the help of this button, I can initiate that chatting or conversation. Here, in order to start that conversation or chatting, two options are there. By clicking here on new chat, I can start that chatting, or you can go upsides and here like pen and paper one symbol is there. By clicking on this as well, you can initiate that chatting. I will click here, then I will get here with whom you want to have that chatting. Suppose I will type his name, and suppose I have selected a colleague with whom I need to or I want to start my chatting or conversation. After typing his name like this I will get, and by moving the cursor on his name like this window, short window, I will get. It will show his name whether he is available for chatting, or as it is here shown as offline. Here in the last video we have learned how to set the status, or how we can make yourself available, busy, do not disturb, be right back, and appear away. But here, instead of all these five options, I am finding one new option, that is nothing but the offline. Means it means he is not signed in into his Microsoft Teams account. That's why it is shown as offline, or he might have signed out from his account. Now suppose I want to send him an email. Here I will get his email address. I can select this email address. I can paste it into Outlook, or by simply clicking on this I can send an email to this person. Now here, as his name is Ashutosh Kate, I am finding here AK, his initials I am finding. It means this Ashutosh Kate haven't updated his profile picture yet. As a result of that, I am finding his initials here. Now just go below his account. What I can find a chat symbol. By clicking on this, I can start chatting with him. Then beside that, one email symbol is there. By clicking on this, I can send an email directly to Ashutosh Kate. If I want to know his organizational details or hierarchy in which he, or the position in which he is working, if I want to know, I can click here and I will get to know. Then two more buttons are there. This video call means if I want to have the chatting, or if I want to have the conversation with him by making the video call, by clicking on this button I can make a video call to him, or if I want to make the audio call, by clicking on this button I can make the audio call. If I want to send the message to Ashutosh Kate, not necessary to go towards this bottommost portion, what I can do, I can simply move cursor over his name and I can find like this window. I can go here, I can type what message I want to send and I can click on this. Easily that message I can send. Let us explore how we can send the messages. Let us say I want to say him, or I want to greet him with good morning. Now how we can customize it? In order to customize it, I have to click on this collapse compose box. Here different options similar to our Microsoft Word I will get. I can make this message as a bold. I can make it as italic, underline, strike through. If I want to highlight it with the help of some color, I can select it and I can highlight it. Suppose I want to change the font color, I can change that color. Similarly, if I want that message to be large sized, medium sized, or small size, that I can select by using this option. Then if I want this message to be a paragraph, heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, that I can select from here. And if you want no any formatting, what I can do, I can click here. It will clear all the formatting, and as usual default message we can send. Then if I want that message to be at the left hand side, exactly at the center, or towards right hand side, suppose I want to add bullets to that message or bullets in that message, I can click here, I can add the bullets. If I want to add the numberings, I can click here and I can add it. If I want to use the quotations, I can use. And let us say along with this message I want to send some link with it. Let us say that I want to say good morning, and along with that message, suppose I want to add some link, let us say, and I will click, sorry I have missed here, but if I will click on insert, see what I have got here. I have got that message with purple color, and here link I have got. Means as soon as the receiver Ashutosh will click on this message or this good morning, he will be diverted towards this Google. Now here only one option, collapse compose box, we have explored. Like that number of options are there. Let us move ahead or dive into each and every option one by one. Second is setup delivery options. Means what I need to say inside that message, whether it is important, whether it is urgent, with the time and date at which we have to submit this application or the project which is undergoing, that we can set out with the help of this set delivery options. Beside that, one more option is there. Suppose I want to attach a file. Here it will ask whether to upload a file from OneDrive or upload from the computer. Let us say I will upload that file from the computer. That file will be shown here, and like that number of files you can upload, and you can just click. You have to just after uploading your file, you have to just click on this send button and that file will be sent to him. Then after that, if you want to add some emojis in order to have the healthy conversation, you can add among these. Then if you want to add the GIFs, you can add out of these any. Then if you want to add some special stickers, you can select out of these many stickers and you can add any one of them. Then after that, schedule meeting is there, stream is there, and praise is there. These three we will cover in subsequent video series. Then here three dots are there. Here few more third party applications are there with the help of which, suppose you want to send something, easily you can send. Suppose I want to add something from the YouTube, I can click on the YouTube, and here I can click on the add or open. And here let us say I want to send one video link. Yes, Microsoft Teams tutorial. Suppose this file I want to send, just I will click there and like this I will get here, and after that I can click on the send button and that message will be sent to Ashutosh Kate. Now let us say that in this message which you have sent, you want to add, or if you want to add something, or if you want to edit it, what you need to do, you need to move the cursor on the message you have sent. Like this you will get few emojis, and beside those emojis you will get the three dots. You can click on those three dots and you can click on the edit option, and easily you can edit what you want to edit. And after that you can click on this done button and that message will be once again edited. Now suppose if you want to delete this message, once again over this message you have to move the cursor, you will get like this. You can click on these three dots and you can click on the delete message. Now here it will be shown this message has been deleted. If you want to undo it, you can undo it. Similarly, suppose you want to save that message. As in the first video we have seen what is the function of this saved button. Now let us make use of it. Suppose I want to save this message, or this is a very important message that I need to look into it after some time. Then what I need to do, just I need to move the cursor on that message and I need to click on these three dots, and what I need to do, I need to save this message. Then what I will get, I will get that pop-up window as that message is saved, and here inside saved button we will get this message. Okay, now if I will move cursor over that message, what I will get, number of options are there. Suppose I want to unsave that message, that is also there. If I want to edit, that already we have discussed. If I want to delete, that already we have discussed. Like that, number of options are there. Those you will explore when you will start using this Microsoft Teams software excessively. Now, suppose I want to make a audio call. You have to pay your attention towards the uppermost right corner. I want to have the conversation, or I have initiated the chatting with Ashutosh Kate, but I want to make audio call. Here one more option is there. Means in order to make the audio call and video call to Ashutosh Kate, two options are there. By using these two buttons, I can make audio call and video call, or I can move the cursor on his name, and from here as well. Here also two options are there, with the help of which easily I can make audio call or video call to Ashutosh Kate. And here beside this video call and audio call, one more tab is there, that is screen sharing. Suppose I want to share my screen with Ashutosh Kate, then I can click here, and here I will get the different options. Any specific window you want to share with Ashutosh Kate, or you want to share all the desktop with Ashutosh Kate. Now as he is offline, I will not be able to do it, so I will close it. Now beside this share the screen, here two more options are there. Let us explore the first option. Here add people, means suppose in this chat, if I want to add few more names, that easily I can add. I can search for the name and just click on the add. That person will be added to this group chat. Here I can find this group chat we have created, that is Ashutosh and Tushar. Here once again I can write the message, and once again same options are there. If I want to make it as a bold, italic, underline, strike through, like this, all the options already we have discussed, and same options are available in Microsoft Office as well. Similarly, if I want to insert a link, I can insert a link. If I want to insert the horizontal line, I can insert the horizontal line. Then if I want to insert the table, I can select number of rows, number of columns, I can insert the table. If I want to write inside the table, I can write inside the table. I can set the delivery options, whether it is standard, important, urgent, with a deadline, with a date and specific time. Then if I want to attach a file, it will ask whether to upload or attach that file from OneDrive or from your computer. Then I can add emojis, GIFs and stickers if I wish so. And these three options, that is schedule a meeting, then stream and praise, that we are going to discuss in latter part of this video series. And if I want to add some YouTube link, then also we can use that YouTube link, like that. You can search and you can add like this YouTube link if I wish so, and I can click on the send button, and that message will be delivered to Ashutosh and Kate. This is a group chat. Here also same options are there. Suppose I want to edit the message which I have sent, then what I can do, I can move the cursor on this message, and there, like this window I will get, I just click on the three dots, then I will get the different options. If I want to save this message, I can save this message. If I will save this message, what will happen, that message will be visible under your profile under saved messages. If I want to edit that message, the specific part. If you want to edit, you can edit and you can click on the done. That your edit will be updated. Then if you want to delete the message, you can delete the message. Similarly, number of options are there, those we will explore later on. Suppose I want to delete the message, I can delete the message and the message will be shown, this message has been deleted. Now suppose I want to make audio call to this group, matlab Ashutosh and Tushar. Then by clicking here I can make the audio call as well as I can make the video call. Similarly, during video call, if I want to share the screen with Ashutosh and Tushar, easily I can share this screen by clicking on this button. Now beside that button, once again, if I want to add few more members inside this group chat, I can click on the add people and I can add the number of persons which I wish to add inside this group chat. Suppose I want to leave this group chat, there one more option is there. You can click here and you can leave this group chat, and if you leave this group chat, you will not be able to post the messages inside this group chat. Similarly, one more button is there, that is pop out chat. If I will click on this, what will happen? This chatting window will be minimized. Previously it was at full screen, it will be minimized, and rest of the things inside this Microsoft Teams applications easily you can perform. Now I hope that everybody has understood. Before that, here you can come here which group chat we have created, and beside that few buttons are there. Chat is there means here all the conversations will be there on this window, and beside that files are there means if I have shared the files through that group chat or private chat, there I can find the files at this location. And if I want to share the files at in this group chat, I can click here. It will ask whether to share those files from OneDrive or upload from the computer, and depending upon where the file location is, you can choose either of the option and you can share the files. Suppose like that, number of tabs you want to add, easily you can add. If you want a Excel file, you can add OneNote, PDF file. Like that, number of applications are there with the help of which we can add the different types of files at this location or different types of tabs beside these tabs. This is regarding group chat. Similar is the case with the private chat. Here I can, inside the chat tab, I will find the chats. Inside the file types, I can find the shared files. In this chat, if I want to, if no files are there, or if I want to share the files, I can click on the files and I will come to share. It will ask whether to choose file from OneDrive or upload from computer. Depending upon file location, we will select any of these two options and we can easily share the file. Similarly, if I want to add any of the tab here, I can click here, and out of these many number of options, I can select it and I can add that tab here. Now I hope that everybody has understood how we can use the activity button, then how we can use the chat button in order to have the private chats and group chats effectively. Now we are going to discuss how we can create and manage the teams. For that, let us go towards the left hand side of this application and create on the teams. Then you will get like this window. Here you are finding create a team or join a team with code. These are the two teams that already we have created, and already we can join those directly. Now here two options are there. Either I can create a new team, or if I am having any of the code that I can enter here and I can join the team, or like these public teams are there. Directly if I will click on the join team, directly I will be the part of that team. Then first option already we have discussed, or let us revise. Three options are there. First option is If I am having the code of the team, then I can enter that code here, and by clicking on this join team button, I will be the part of this team. Or like these public teams are there, simply by clicking on join the team button, I can be a part of that team. Or third option is there, create a team. For creating a team, two options are with me. I can create here, or I can go here towards the lowermost left corner, and I can click on join or create a team. Let's click on that. Then it will ask whether to create a team of class, professional learning communities, staffs, or others. Means for whom you want to create that team. Let us create a team for a class. Now here, what that this pop-up window will ask, to mention a name for this team. Let us say it I will add as a second year. If I want to add the description for this team, I can add description, but right now I will skip that part and just click on the next button. It will take a moment to create your team. Now here two options are there. To that team I need to add the students as well as I need to add the teachers. In order to add the students, here you can type their name or email IDs, or if you are having an Excel sheet of the name with the names of students and their mail IDs, you can copy that and you can paste here. All the students will be added. Meanwhile, we will add the teacher. For name of the I will search the name of teacher. I can select from drop down and I can click on the add. He will be added, and by default along with yourself, that means right now I am creating the team, means I am the owner of team. Along with me, as this Ashutosh Kate is a teacher or one of my colleagues, by default he will be selected as a team owner. After that I can click on the close button. Okay, like this. Towards the left hand side you can find here your teams. Under that I have created a team entitled second year. Now inside that one channel, already by default that channel will be created, which is termed as a general. Now let us explore what is there inside this second year team. Let us dive in. What is there inside this second year team? Here I will get, similar to the previous chart section, here if I want to type any message or if I want to send any message to my students, then what I can do, I can use this comment box or chat box and I can type my message. If I want to customize it, what I can do, I can use this, and all the functionalities already we have discussed. Still I will repeat. If you want to make it as a bold, you can make it as a bold. You can make it as italic, underline, strike through. If you want to change the highlight color, you can change it. If you want to change the font color, you can change it. Then if you want to make those letters as a large, medium or small, that choice is with you with this symbol. And if you want to have it in heading 1, heading 2, heading 3 or paragraph according to your need or according to your choice, you can select it. And if you don't want to have any formatting, you can just select the message you want to send and just click on this symbol. All the formattings will be removed. If you want to make it towards the left hand or if you want to make it at a center, then you can use those two buttons. If you want to add the bullets, you can use this button, or if you want to add the numbers, you can use it. If you want to use the quotations, you can use it, or along with some message, if you want to add the link. Once again I will add google.com. means along with this hi message this link will be inserted and that will be sent, and this hi will be converted into purple color, and here you can find the link, and after that you can click on this send button. That message will be sent to him. Then here few more options are there. If I want to add the horizontal line, I can add that horizontal line. If I want to make it as important, I can make it as important. Then undo typing and repeat typing is there. Then only one we have explored, collapse compose box. Beside that, here if I want to attach the file, I can attach the file. If I want to send some emojis, I can select out of these emojis. If I want to send gifs, I can select any of the suitable gif and I can send in order to encourage the students. If I want to send any of the stickers out of these many, I can select the suitable sticker and I can send it to students. Still here stream and praise button is there, that we will discuss later on. If I want to send any of the link through the YouTube, then I can search for it and I can attach that link and I can send that message by clicking here. Once again, if I want to edit the message I have sent, I have to move the cursor on this message and I have to click on these three dots. Then here I can find different messages. If I want to save this message, I can save it. After that, I will get here at my profile picture, I will get pop-up window as a saved, and if I want to check the saved message, I can click on this photo and I can click on this saved. Here I will get that message as a saved. Then suppose I want to edit it, I can click on this three buttons and I can click on the edit. I can edit whatever I want to edit, and after that I have to click on the done in order to update your editings. Once again, few more options are there. If you want to delete that message, you can delete it. If you want to make it as a unread, you can mark it as a unread. If you want to copy the link of this message, you can copy the link. If you want to share this message through the Outlook, you can, and like that many more options are there. As we are going to make the excessive use of it, definitely we are going to use all these sub options with ease. Now I will delete this message. After deleting, I will get an pop-up window or pop-up message as this message has been deleted. All these things will be shown under this post. We are exploring this second year teams, and under that we are in general channel. Then if we have or I have shared any of the files in this team, those files will be shown here. Suppose I want to share the files by creating new folders. I can click here, I can create a new folder. Let us say that I will give name as S1, and in that folder I want to add some material. I can add the material. If I will click here, depending upon whether to copy the link of this folder, if I want to download this folder, I want to delete this folder, or I want to pin it to top, or I want to rename it, all these options are there if I will select it, along with few more options that open in SharePoint that we will discuss at the end. Now along with this new, here upload option is there. By clicking upload files, what I can do, I can upload the files from my computer. Then if I want to share those files with another groups or another channels, I can copy that link and I can share it. If I want to download any specific file, what I can do, I can click on the download button and it will be downloaded. Or I can add also iCloud storage so that that file will be saved there, along with few more options. This we are going to discuss at the end. Now under that general channels, we have discussed posts and files. After that, beside that files, class notebook is there. It means along with all this material, if I want to share something important, what I can do, I can create a notebook, and through that notebook I can share the things which I need to share with the students. This assignment, grades, that we will discuss in the latter part of the video. And if I want to add any of the new tab, I can click on this create, and out of these many functionalities or these many options, whichever is suitable for me, that I can add there. Means we have explored second year team. Under that general channel we have explored. Now if I will go to the second year, here three dots I am finding. Just click on those three dots, and here you can have few more options. Now first option is hide. Means if I want to hide this team from anybody, then I have to click on the hide option. If I will click on hide option, that file will not be visible. Now let us go to the second option, that is manage team. Now under manage team, I will get few options as members, channels, settings, analytics, and apps. Inside members, what I will get here, I am finding it as a owners too. Matlab myself along with one more professor I have added. As a result of that, it is showing two owners. Okay, and if I want to add any member or guest, that is also possible, that also I can add here. Suppose along with that I want to add few more members, means few more students I will need to add, that I can add here. One by one also I can add, or if I am having the Excel sheet of those students, with the help of that Excel sheet also I can add almost all the students inside this team. Now here after members I am finding here pending requests. Suppose I have sent the invitation to few of the students to join this team, they will request the access to join the team, and that pending request will be shown here, and you can approve those requests in order to join them inside your the second year team. Then after that, channels is there, that channels we will discuss in a latter part of the video. Let us discuss about the settings. Here inside the settings, number of options are there, we will explore one by one. First, that is team theme. If you want to change the theme of the team, you can click here, and here you can change it. Here either you can take primary, secondary, or post secondary, which is suitable for you, and here subject you can select which is suitable for you. I will select engineering, and out of that, whichever is suitable for my team, that image I will select, and I will click on the date. It will take, and here you can find that image is uploaded or that theme is updated. Now where we were inside this second year team, and here we are checking few more controls. Under that we have started with manage team, and we have reached up to the settings. Inside settings we have explored first setting, that is team theme. Second is member permissions. Out of these, what you want to have, that you can go through it, and along as per your requirement you can select the appropriate option. Then if you want to add the guest permissions, and if you want to allow the guest to do the activities with your team, then you have to check the appropriate checkbox. Then add the rate mentions, means while starting the conversation or chatting, what you can do, you can add the rate symbol, and you can start typing the name. If you want to direct that message towards a specific person, that you can select by using this add the rate mentions. Then next is a team code. Here by default that team code will be shown. If it is not shown, you can click on a generate button, and that your team code will be generated, and this code you can select with the persons to whom you want to join this meeting. You can click on the full screen, you can see your team code like this. If you want to change or reset this team code, you can click on the reset, it will be resetted. If you want to remove this, you can remove it. If you want to copy it, you can copy it, and you can share with those who want to join the team, or to with whom you want to be included in this team. Then next is fun stuff. There are allowance of emojis, memes, gifs and stickers. Here, as per your requirement, any of the option you can select, either strict or moderate. Out of that, I will highly recommend to use the strict, so that there will not be any conflict during your teams or inside your teams. Then one node class control is there. Then different tags are there. Tags is nothing but what? Suppose in your second year group, or in your second year, any specific you have subgroups you have created. Let us say that in your second year you have created as group 1, group 2, group 3, and to group 1 you have assigned different activities, to group 2 you are going to assign different activities, group 3 you are going to group 3 you are going to allot different activities, to group 4 you are going to allow different activities. Depending upon that, you are going to add the tag, so that it will be very much easier to search out their names, or to search for that tag only, and you can send the message or chats during the conversations. It will help you a lot for creating the tag. Then let us move ahead. Let us go to the analytics. It will show the summary. In summary, it shows we are two users, means we have added two users only, myself along with one more teacher. We have used almost 6 apps, and it has consumed almost this much space, 3.3 MB. Engagement is 0, reply 0, mention 0, reaction 0. And here it is showing roles 2 owners plus 2 members, as we are having 2 members and that 2 again owners. That's why it is showing like this. And yet we haven't conducted any of the meeting, that's why it is not showing the further data. If I want to know which apps we have used up till now, these almost 6 apps we have used, and if you want to use more apps, you can click here, and out of these, whichever is suitable, that you can use. I will just click on the back button. Now here we will exploring manage teams, and here we have completed how we can manage the members. Channels we are going to discuss in the subsequent part of the video. And then we have discussed regarding almost all the settings inside that team. Then how we can read, or how we can make use of these analytics, and which apps we are using, and how we can use more apps. Now let us move ahead. Once again, go to the second year team, click on these 3 dots and go to the next option, that is add channel. Now here add channel, suppose under second year I am going to add division A, and for that here if you want to add the description, you can add. And here under privacy, few options are there, with the help of which you can create your channel, either standard accessible to everyone on the team, private accessible to a specific group of people within the team. Depending upon purpose of creating this channel, you can select either of these two. And here one more tick you have to go for, it is for automatically showing this channel in everyone's channel list. For that you have to tick here, you have to add. Now under our second year team, by default general channel was there. Now one more channel is created, that is nothing but division A. Now under this division A channel, once again 3 tabs are there: posts, files, notes. And inside post, what I can do, if I want to send the messages, I can put here hi, and I can use all these options once again. If I want to, if I want to make use of all these for writing my message, I can write here. If I want to add the subject, I can add the subject. If I want to add the attachment, I can add here emoji, GIF, stickers. these two, stream and trace, that we are going to see in the latter part of the video. Then if I want to add or if I want to send any of the YouTube link, then I can search for it and I can add it, and by clicking on this send button, easily I can send that message inside this channel, which is entitled as Division A. If I am going to send, or if I have already sent few of the files and I want to show which files are shared by me and by students, then what I can do, I can click on the files and here I will get all those. If I want to create a folder, I can click on this new. Here I will get either I want to add a folder, I want to add a Word document or Excel, or like this. No, so many options are there. Out of that, whichever is suitable for you, that you can select and you can have it. Suppose if you want to upload any of the file from computer, you can click on the upload and you can upload it. If you want to share the files which I have uploaded, you can copy that link and you can share with the concerned who is in need of it. Suppose I want to download which files we have shared myself along with a few of the participants from this channel, then if I want to add the iCloud storage, that I can have by clicking on these three. This we are going to see in the latter part. Then here notes are as well there. Post we have explored, file we have explored. In here notes is nothing but the one note along with these files. Suppose something written, if you want to send to students, what you can do, you can add here and you can send it to them. Here, in order to format what you are going to type here or what you are going to write, these many controls are there. Easily you can control it and you can send it to them. If you want to add any of the tab, you can click here on this plus sign, and out of these many functionalities and these many options, you can select a suitable one and you can add that tab. Now we have covered what is there inside this Division A channel. Means from where we have started, we have created our second year team. Under that, by default, general channel will be there, and under that we have created Division A channel. Similarly, if in second year 3 divisions or 4 divisions are there, likewise you can create Division A, Division B, Division C, or suppose few more activities you are conducting regarding second year for a specific activity, you can create a channel which is included in the second year team, and those who are interested, or as an owner, those who you want whom to be joined, those will be joined inside those channels. Now this, under this team we have explored manage teams and add channel. Now let us say if I have to add the members inside this second year team, I can click here, and once again, whether I want to add a two student or I want to add the teacher, those names I have to type here, or I have to type their email addresses, and easily I can add them and I can close. Now let us go ahead with the next control. If I want to leave the team, by clicking here I can leave the team. If I want to edit the team, by clicking here I can edit the team. If I want to get the link to team, by clicking here, what I will do, I will get the link and I will share with them, those who want to join the team. I will copy and I will send it to them. Then manage tags, that already we have discussed. We are going to, suppose we are going to have 4 groups: group 1, group 2, group 3 and group 4. And then to group 1 you are going to assign certain types of activities, group 2 certain types of activities, 3 certain types of activities, and to 4 some other activities you are going to assign. Then for each and every group a separate name you are going to assign, that will be treated as a tag in order to call them as and when required in the conversation or in the chat box. And if you want to delete the team, you can click here, but make sure that if you will click on this delete team, all the data which is associated with that team along with your conversations, chat history, files, documents, those will be deleted. Don't worry, that backup will be there at the backend. Now we have explored what is there inside the second year team controls. Now let us discuss with a few of the controls inside this general channel. Let's click on these three dots. You will get channel notifications that we can have all activity notifications, or if you want to off them you can off, or if you want to customize as per your need you can customize. Then second option is if you want to pin this channel to the uppermost you can pin it. If you want to manage the channel you can click on that manage the channel and you can manage depending upon your requirement. You can select which option is suitable for you, and if you want to check the analytics you can check it easily here. Then if you want to get the email address of this channel, general channel, you can click here and you can get the email address, or if you want to get the link of the channel you can click here and you can get the link and you can share with someone who want to join or who wishes to join that channel. Similarly, let us discuss or let us explore the controls which are there inside this division A channel. Let us click on these three dots. I will get once again same channel notifications, whether I want notifications for all activities or I want to off all the notifications or I want to customize them. Then if I want to pin it above the general channel it is possible. If I want to hide you can click here and you can hide it. If you want to manage the channel you can click here and you can choose the suitable option whichever is suitable for you. If you want to check the analytics of that channel you can check here. Then if you want to get the email address of this division A channel you can click here and you can get that email address. If you want to get the link to channel to share with somebody who wishes to join this division A channel you can click here and you can get that shareable link. If you want to edit the channel you can click here and you can edit that channel. Means if you want to edit the name or if you want to add the description or edit the description, that is easily possible. And if you want to delete this channel, once again similar to Teams it is there. If you want to delete the channel all the data associated with will be deleted. So be careful while deleting any of the channel or any of the teams. Now I hope that everybody might have understood how we can create the team. We have started with creating a team, then we have learned how we can post or how we can have the conversations, how we can add the files, how we can use the notes, how we can add the tabs if you wish to, how we can manage our teams, how we can add number of channels inside that team, how we can add different members, that may be students, that may be teachers inside the team, then how we can leave the team, how we can edit the team, how we can get the link of the team, how we can manage the team, and how we can delete the team. Along with that, as soon as I am going to create a new team, one general channel will be by default, one general channel will be created. Then we have studied what is there inside this general channel. Once again similar to Teams, in this channel also there is a facility to post the messages, to upload the files, to use the class notebooks, to give the assignments, how we can assess, how we can grade, that we are going to see in the next few videos. Or if you want to add any new tab, by clicking on this plus button, out of these many options I can select the appropriate application and I can add the tab. Similarly, if I wish to add any channel inside that team, I can add a number of channels to a specific group of activities or to a specific task. Inside that division A, similar to our team, few controls are there, that may be post, files, notes. Once again here in post, what I can do, I can in these posts I can share the messages I wish to. In order to customize those messages I can use these controls, that may be formatting, that may be attaching a file, adding emoji, GIF, stickers, adding YouTube links or other links, that is possible. I can share files as well, I can add the notes, I can add any tab if I wish to. If I want to add a new folder, that is also possible. Then we have gone through the controls for the teams and general channel as well as the division channel. Here also what I can do, in a general channel I can do channel, go for channel notifications, how I can pin that general channel, how we can manage the channel, how we can get the email address of that channel, how to get the link to the channel. After that we have learned how this division A channel notifications we can customize, how we can pin that channel, how we can hide that channel, how we can manage that channel, how we can get the email address of that channel, how we can get the link of that channel, how we can edit the channel, and finally how we can delete that channel. Now we will learn how we can assign some assignments to the students. Just I have clicked on this button, that is assignment, then I will get like this window. Here, as we have created only one class named as second year, suppose like that number of teams you might have already created, and out of that to a specific team you have to assign the assignment. In that case, here you can search the name of that team. Now as I am having only one team, let us say I will assign some assignment to that team. For that I have to select that team and I have to click on OK. Then like this window you will get. As I haven't created or assigned any of the assignment, like this message I am getting, that is, don't you just love a blank slate, create your first assignment here. Now go towards the left hand side. Here you can find one button, that is create. Just click on it in order to create assignment, and after that you can assign that assignment to a specific group of students. Now here three options I am getting in order to create assignment. Suppose if already I have created that assignment, I can select this option. From existing I can select the assignment, or if I need to give a quiz as an assignment, that also is possible with the help of this tab. And if I want to assign a new assignment, I have to click on this assignment button. Now we don't have any of the existing assignment so far, so let us explore these two buttons or these two tabs, assignments and quiz. Let us start with the assignment. I will click on the assignment and you have to be patient while that window pops up. Now here you can find different options. Here I can give the name to that assignment. I will write assignment 1. Now if I want to add a few of the instructions, I can use all these controls and I can assign, I can give the instructions. I can make it as a bold, italic, underline. If I have to highlight some points inside that instructions, I can do it. I can change the font color also. If I want to add the bullets, I can add. If I want to add the numbers to the instructions, that is also possible. And along with that, suppose if I want to give some link, that is also possible. I can write here youtube.com. Sorry, I have missed here, https or www. And here I can click, that link will be in purple color. Now suppose I want to add a few of the resources to this assignment, that is also possible. I can click on this add resources, and the file which you want to upload there, easily it is possible. Now from where you can select that file, or from which location you can upload that file, different options are there. You can either select that file from your OneDrive, or you can assign it from by creating a class notebook, or from class notebook which is existing. Or if I want to give any link, easily it is possible. Or if I want to create some new file, or I want to upload new file, whether it is a Word document, PowerPoint presentation, or Excel spreadsheet, I can click here, and what I have to do, I have to give the name. What I will write here resource file, and that file, after writing the name of that file, I can attach, click on the attach button, and that file will be created here. For this file, what I can do, few controls are there. To the right hand side of this file, 3 dots are there. Just click on those dots and here different options are there. What I can do, either I can allow each and every student to edit their own copy, or I can set it as a students can't edit it. Matlab, this resource file, it should not be, if you want that resource file should not be edited by students, then you can select this copy or select this option, or if you want that resource file to be edited by students, then you can select this option. Similarly, you can open it in Teams, you can open it in Excel, or you can open it in Excel online. If you want to download that copy, you can download, or if you wish to remove that copy, it is also possible. And here it is not necessary to add only one resource. If you are having multiple resources, once again you can click on this add resources, and here I can select any of the file, okay, by using these options. Now here one more option is there, that is Teams. Means suppose this resource material already you might have shared with some another team, and from that team you have to extract that resource material you want to post in this team. That is also possible. I can click on the Teams button, but right now I will not be able to use that feature as I have created only one team. If you will be if you have created multiple teams, and from one of the team you have to extract some data and you want to post it in this particular team, that is possible with the help of this tab. Now see here also one more option is there. Suppose if you want to upload some files from your computer, that is also possible. You can click here, this window will be there, and from appropriate location, appropriate file you can select, and you can attach that file. After that uploading is complete, you can press on the done button, and here I can get that assignment number 1. Now next point is, if I have to give some points, or I have to assign some marks to that assignment, here I can assign. Let us say I have given 10 points to this assignment. Here if I want to add the rubrics, that is also possible. Many of the institutes or organizations are already going for NBA or NAC accreditation, and this is very simple tools with the help of which easily you can calculate your rubrics. Here what you need to do, you need to upload your rubrics, or if you have already created that file, you can click here and you can add it. Now for this assignment I don't want to add any rubrics, so let us forget about it. Now see here, next option is assign to. That means this assignment I want to assign to a specific student, or I want to assign this to all the students. Then what I can do, I can edit it. Here what I have to do, I have to select, first I have selected don't assign to students added to this class in future, or I want to assign it to all the students added in this group. I will select it and I will press on the done. Okay, now next option is due date. Here suppose today I am going to post that assignment, and in order to submit that assignment to you, you have to set some deadlines, because as students are there, if we are not going to give the deadlines, they are not going to work. It is like that. That's why we have to select the due date. Let us say by clicking here I will select 31st of July up to 12 midnight. That due date and due time we have selected. Then what I can do, here few more options are there. As our excessive use will be there, you will come to know what these features are there. Okay, meanwhile this much is sufficient, and here 3 options are there. If I don't want to assign this assignment to anybody, what I can do, I can discard it. But if you want to use it for your future reference, what I can do, you can save here, or if you have completed all the formalities of assigning the assignment, you can click on the assign. Then here what I am getting, 3 options. First, drafts. Inside drafts, no any assignment we have created and saved there. That's why in drafts I am getting 0 files. In assigned I am getting one assignment entitled as assignment number 1 along with a due date 31st July midnight. Now here regarding this grading we will discuss in the further or next part of the video. Now let us explore we have, out of these three options from existing assignment and quiz, we have explored this assignment. Let us explore quiz option. I will click on the quiz option. Then here I will get like this window. Suppose previously you have created any of the quiz, those quiz files you will get here. But as we haven't created any of the quiz, what I need to do, I will not get any file here. I have to click on this button, that is new quiz. Okay, now here what I can do, it will ask me to log in by using my Microsoft Teams account. I can enter that login credentials and I can click on the sign in button. Then I will be diverted towards this window. Here, as usual, you might have used the Google Forms. It is similar to that Google Forms. Here, what I can do, I can write the name as quiz 1. If I want to add the description regarding that quiz 1, that I can add here. If I want to add the photograph or any image to this quiz 1, that is also possible. Whether you either you can search on the internet, you can upload it from your OneDrive, or it is also possible to upload it from your computer as well. Now here, if I want to add the description, that is also possible. If I want to add below, if I want to add some questions, that is also possible. Here, in order to add the questions, those questions are related to what? Many options are there. Whether you are going to give multiple choice questions, whether you want to ask students to write something, whether you want students to rate something, whether you want to whether you want to ask to student to select a specific date, and like that many options are there that you can select from here. Let us say we will select the multiple choice questions. Let us say that we are having a question. For example, I will write question as XYZ. Here I will write option A. Then I can write here option B. If you want to add the options, you can just click here. Here option C, and finally option D. Now here, if I will move the cursor on any of the option, here three buttons are there: delete, then display a message to respondent who select this answer. Let us say that for this XYZ question, we are having B as a correct option. Then what I need to do, I need to click on this tick mark, and that will be treated as a correct answer. And now if you want to write the explanation why this option is correct, that explanation you can write here. Similarly, for this for this A option, here what I can write, I can write why this option A is incorrect. Similarly for C as well, if I want to add why this C is incorrect, that is also possible to add. Similarly for D option, it is possible to add why that D option is not correct. Let us say that for this question 1, that is XYZ, is here two options are correct. In that case, what I can do? Here what I can do, I can select this multiple answer and I can turn it on, and here suppose along with B, option D is correct one, that we can select. Means here two correct answers are there, option B and option E. Similarly, what do we want? Whether this question should be or required or must be solved by students, or if you are going to give this question as optional, that is also possible. If you will turn off this required, then it will be optional, and if you will turn on this, then it will be required. Similarly, here one more option is there towards the left hand side. If you want to assign the marks to that question, that is also possible. Let us say we have set the marks as a 5. Similarly, I can add next question and go on. Here how our this quiz will look like, if you want to visualize it, what I can do, I can click on the preview, and here you will get how that quiz will be shown. How it will be shown on computer, you can click on the computer, it will be shown like this. How it will be visible on mobile phones, you can click on the mobile phones and it will be shown like this. Now I hope that everybody has understood. Here few more controls are there. Here if you want to change the theme of this, that is also possible. Out of these many themes, any one theme you can select. Let us say we will select this, and from here only if you want to share this quiz with students, you can click on the share and you can say here with whom it should be created, with whom it should be shared, and here few more controls are there that are similar to our Google Forms. Okay, now I will close it. Let us go back here. We have explored how we can assign the assignments. Three options are there: from existing, then assignment, and a quiz. Inside that quiz, now we have created a quiz, but if I have to assign that quiz, what I have to do, I have to go to the create, then I have to click on the quiz. After that, this window will be there. I can click here on quiz 1 and I can select on next. Now similar to how we can assign the assignment, like that window will be there for this quiz. Here if I want to change the title of quiz 1, that is also possible. If you want to add some instructions, or if you want to write some instruction, that is possible here. If you want to format those instruction easily, you can have that formatting. And here you can find that file entitled as a quiz 1 as a resource. How many points we have assigned to one question? We have assigned 5 marks, and like that 2 questions we have created. That means the total points assigned to that quiz are 10 points. Next option is similar to our assignments. What do you want to? This quiz will be solved by either all students, or you want it should be solved, or it must be solved by some specific student. Similar to our assignment due date, here also to this quiz I can select the due date, and here once again same 3 options are there. Either I can discard it, or I can save this quiz, or I can assign that quiz. Let us click on the assign. Now that quiz is assigned along with a deadline. Here you can find under this assign tab 2 things are there. Assignment number 1, due date is 31st of July at up to 12 midnight. Here you can find 2 assignments. First one is assignment number 1 and second one is assignment number 2. Here to assignment number 1 we have selected due date as 31st of July 2020 up to midnight, and for quiz 1 we have decided due date as tomorrow, that is 30th of July 12 midnight. Like this easily you can create the assignments. The assignment which we have created for the second year team, that are visible here as well. And if I will go in the activity section, there also I can see here under this second year team and under this general channel, under this post, you can find these 2 assignments here. Here I can click on this assignment number 1 as well as quiz number 1, and I can start assessing, and our fellow students, they will start assessing it. Here also it is visible. Similarly, if I will click on the teams, under that second year team, under that general channel, here I can find these 2 assignments, as these we have created for second year team. Now we are going to learn how to make use of this calendar. Now firstly let's go towards the rightmost corner, and I will select as a day. Now here what I can find, towards the leftmost corner I can find for today there is no any meeting or no any event scheduled for today. Okay, if I want to check for yesterday, I can click here and it will show for yesterday. Similarly, if I want to check for tomorrow, I will click on this arrow and that information will be shown. Suppose I want to check the activities which are scheduled for this work week. That work week may be of 4 days, 5 days or 6 days depending upon your company policies or organization policies. Now here for this week what I can find, on 27 no any activity is scheduled, on 28 no any activity is scheduled, 29th no any activity, 30th also no any activity, but on 31st between 3 to 4 p.m. there is one meeting regarding webinar. Okay, like that the different activities or different meetings scheduled for the work week that we can you can easily see here. Suppose if you want to check the activities for entire week, means it will include the weekdays from Sunday to Saturday. Here it will show those activities which are scheduled for this total week. Okay, now this is regarding how we can make use of the calendar, but most importantly this calendar is used in order to have the instant meetings, or if you want to schedule the meetings, for that this calendar tab is used. Okay, here towards the uppermost right corner you are finding two options, that is live meeting or meet now, or next one is new meeting. Here one arrow is there, drop down arrow. Here two options are there. If you want to have a live event you can click here and you can create that event, but right now we will focus on only scheduling a meeting because it is most important. I will click on the scheduling meeting, then I will be diverted towards this screen. Now here I can select a drop down arrow here. Okay, this is regarding to select the time zone. Okay, here different time zones are there, and which time zone is suitable for you, that you can select here. Now here if you want to give the title to that meeting, easily you can give. Suppose I will write as a demo meeting. If you want to add the required attendees, that is also possible. Okay, or if you want to assign it to a specific group of students, that may be a team or that may be a channel. Okay, in the latter part we are going to learn how we can assign or how we can invite all those students or the team members to that meeting, that we are going to learn in the latter part of the video. Here if I want to add any of the participant, that is also possible. Here this is most important. Here what I need to set, I need to set the dates. Let us say I will say on 30th of July between 3:30 instead of 3:30 I will take it as a 3 p.m. Okay, this is nothing but the meeting starting time, and here you need to add meeting end time, whether that meeting will be for half an hour or it will be for 1 hour, that you can select. Here there is a no any limitation on for how much hours you need to conduct the meeting. Okay, up till now we were using the Zoom platform, and in that Zoom platform for free version that limit was around 40 to 45 minutes, but here there is a no any such limit. Okay, if you want to conduct this meeting for whole day, you can select this option, and on 30th July for all day that meeting will be scheduled, but right now we will stick to 1 hour meeting only. Okay, here there is an option to customize the meeting which we have scheduled. Means what do you want, that meeting does not repeat, or that meeting should be there on every weekday. Means the weekdays which your company or organization has decided, on a specific time every day that meeting has to be scheduled. Okay, or if you want that meeting to be daily, if you want that meeting to be weekly conducted, if you want that meeting to be monthly or yearly conducted, or else if you want to customize, means on Monday I want that meeting, on in the same week on Tuesday I want that meeting, and in that same week on Friday I want that meeting. Like that customization is also possible by using this custom button. Okay, now to which channel you want to add this meeting. Okay, here up till now we have created only one channel, that is division A. Okay, from drop down I will select here division A, or I can type the name and I can select also, no issues at all. If you want to add the location, that is also possible, you can add the location. And here if you want to write something which we are going to conduct in the meeting, let us say point number 1, point number 2, point number 3, then point number 4, and so on, like that those many points we are going to discuss. Okay, Now with the help of these formatting options, the message which we are going to give here, that easily you can format. Okay, already we have learned, still I will repeat as repetition is good, and we are using this application for first time. That's why that repetition will be better, and that repetition will make us more and more user friendly with this application. I can make it as a bold, italic, underline, strike through. If I want to highlight from this color, I can select any of the color and I can highlight specific part if I want to highlight. If I want to give the different colors to the text, that is also possible. If I want to make something bold or something largely shown or something medium, small, same, that is also possible with the help of this option. Whether you want to write it in terms of heading 1, heading 2, heading 3 and paragraph, that is also possible. If you want there should not be any formatting, you can click on this button and all the formattings will be deleted. Okay, suppose something you want to be left aligned, something you want to be centrally aligned, that you can do. If you want to add the bullets, you can add. If you want to add the numberings, you can add. If you want to add the quotations, you can add. If you want to see here, suppose if you want to add some link with a message, that is also possible. Let us say I will add as usual www.google.com, as it will be little easier to type. Okay, then this high color will be changed into purple, and the participant, those who are we are going to invite, if they will click here, they will be diverted to this link. You can see here. Okay, then if you want to add the horizontal line, you can add, and few more are there. If you want to insert the table, you have to select number of rows, number of columns, and you can click here, and this table will be inserted. And inside that, if you want to give some information, that is also possible. If you want to delete some columns, delete some rows, or the entire table you want to delete, that is also possible. And as usual, undo typing and repeat typing. Okay, like this, all the necessary information regarding the meeting scheduling that we have done here. If you want to add the scheduling assistance, that is also possible. Okay, means here if you want to add somebody to assist you during that meeting, that is also possible. By using these menu options, you can do it. Okay, now here two options are there. If I will close it, it will be saved in drafts and it will not be shared with a specific channel or a specific team. If I will click on the send, what will happen? It will take some time, and after processing of that meeting, all the details will be shared with the specific channel. Okay, here it is taking little bit more time as my internet connection is slower one. Okay, let us be patient. Okay, now as we have scheduled on 30th of July between 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. we have scheduled a meeting entitled as demo meeting. Suppose you have created this meeting, and after some time you might have understood that something you have missed or something you want to add into that meeting. In that case, what you need to do, you need to simply click on that meeting. Like this window will be open, and here if you want to add something or if you want to delete something, that is easily possible. Okay, now where this meeting will be shown, okay, in each and everybody's, those who are in your team, inside their calendar. Okay, for 30th July at this set time, that meeting will be shown inside this calendar, as well as okay in the teams. Okay, for which channel we have scheduled that meeting. For division A channel we have scheduled that meeting, and that demo meeting is shown here. Okay, now see here, this is the one of the option how we can schedule the meeting. Here meeting is nothing but what? Scheduling of our lecture. Means here at this location you will get the entire week's timetable. Okay, and that will be visible for everybody who is a part of that team. Okay, now here if I have to join the instant meeting, means right now if I have to start the meeting, there are two options. Either I can click on the meet now button, or I can go towards the team, just go to the left hand side, click on the Teams. Okay, then what you can do, you can go towards the channel or the specific group where you want to have the instant meeting. Then you have to go towards the uppermost right corner. Here what you can do, here you can drop down and you can start the meeting right now as well. Okay, here also, if already at the start in the very first lecture what I have told, in the free version this calendar option is not available. In that case, how we can schedule the meeting for free version? How we can schedule, you just click on the Teams, then for which channel or for which team you want to start that meeting, for on that team or channel you have to click, and towards the extreme right corner here you will get these two options. Either you can start the instant meeting or you can schedule your meeting. I hope that everybody has understood the two methods with the help of which we can have the instant meeting. Okay, let us revise. First one is inside Teams. You can go for the specific channel for which you want to have the instant meeting, and you can click go to the uppermost right corner and click on this Meet. This meeting will be started. Okay, or second option is you can go to the calendar tab and go to the uppermost right corner, and here Meet Now one button is there. If you'll just click on that button, that meeting will be started. Okay, before starting that meeting, if you want to add the subject of the meeting or if you want to post it as it is, no issues at all. After that, you have to check your microphone and you have to check your video device so that there will not be any problem during the meeting. Okay, as right now I am having the slower internet connection, right now I will not start with my video. Okay, after that you can click on Join Now. Okay, right now there is no one to join this meeting, that's why it is showing like this. Suppose go towards this right hand side. Suppose I want to invite somebody. Suppose I will write here Ashutosh Kate, and from drop down I will select. Automatically that invitation will be sent to him and that invitation will be shown under this activity tab. Okay, and if he wish to join, he can click on that option and easily he will be added inside this meeting. Okay, now as he is not available right now, here the participants information is not shown. Right now only myself is there who is included or who is hosting this meeting. Okay, now with me only we will discuss few controls regarding this meeting. Okay, go to the uppermost right corner. Here you are finding three dots. Just click on this. Here you will get two options: manage permissions. It means suppose you are in a meeting with your students and we are knowing our students in better way. When we will start our presentation, in between somebody will stop and he will start presenting something else, which is mischievous. In order to avoid that, what I can do, I can click on this manage permissions and easily I can manage which part will be or to which functionality the students are allowed and which functionalities are restricted from students. Okay, easily that is possible with the help of this manage permissions. Now here the participant list will be given. Those who are participating in this meeting, that information will be shown here. Okay, and for taking their attendance, what I can do, simply I will click on this download attendance sheet and here one file will be downloaded. Here it is showing that one file was downloaded. If I will click on that, one Excel sheet will be opened and there which information I will get, some student, okay, along with his name, at which time he has joined and at which time he has left. Means easily we can have the track record, or in other words we can say that we can have the better control over the students attendance. Okay, now let us come on this screen and let us explore few more controls on this screen. Okay, many more are there, but we will focus on which are more suitable or which are more useful to ourselves as a teacher. Now, if you are not seeing these controls, you have to just move your cursor on the screen, then these options will be shown. If you want to leave this meeting, you can click on the hang up and you will be left, easily you can leave that meeting. Beside that, this participant list is there. Okay, if I will click here all the participant list will be shown. Beside that, conversation tab is there, means inside this conversation tab, if I want to, inside this conversation tab, if I want to type anything or if I want to ask the question or if I want to send the greetings, that is possible inside this conversation tab. Once again, here as usual, formatting options are there. With these many formatting options, easily we can format what we are typing. Here one more option is there beside the formatting, that is whether to show that message as important, urgent or standard. Beside that, if I want to, or if my participants want to attach file from their OneDrive or they want to upload it from computer, that is also possible, but that permission is with you whether to allow the participants to share something, those files or something like that. For messages, definitely they are allowed to type the messages. Okay, beside that, attachment, few emojis are there in order to have the better conversation, few stickers are there, images are there, gifs are there in order to motivate the students, along with few more controls are there. Suppose during our conversation or during our meeting any external website link is required, that is also possible to add that external link. Suppose I want to send a YouTube link, then I have to search for that link and the appropriate link I will click, and just I will click on the send button. This message will be sent and it will be visible to all the participants, those who are part of this meeting. Okay, means up till now we have explored this hang up button, show participants and show conversation. Then raise your hands. Here in conversation as well, what we can do, we can ask our questions, or by raising our hand also we can raise our questions. Okay, now beside this raise your hand, three dots are there. If you will click on this three dots, many options will be popped up. Out of that, we are going to focus on 2 to 3 options only, because those are most important as a teacher. Here, first option is turn off incoming video. If your internet connectivity is slower, then in that case what you can do, you can select this option, turn off incoming video, so that it will consume less amount of internet. Now, in order to end the meeting, two options are there. Directly I can hang up or I can end the meeting. Okay, but I will highly recommend to end your meeting if you wish to by clicking this option only, because if you will hang up here, that meeting is still in process and the students will do their activity if you are not there. Okay, in order to avoid that, what we can do, every time while leaving the meeting I can click here and I have to go to this end meeting option, so that much more conflicts or much more cases to handle will not be there. Okay, then above that, start recording, one option is there. Suppose I want this video or this meeting to be recorded, just I will click on that and that recording will be started, and here at the uppermost side you will get the message that your recording is started or your recording is stopped. Okay, as I have started the recording, here I am getting option as a stop recording. I don't want this video should be recorded, that's why I will click on the stop recording. Okay, now similarly few more options are there. Keypad is there, turn on like options, that is there. Or suppose if I am taking my lecture or a meeting in such an environment where there is no decent background, for that I have to turn on my video. Let us turn on our video. Okay, now suppose this background is not decent one and that background I need to change. In that case what I can do, either I can select this and after selecting a specific background I have to preview for it. Okay, it will be shown like this. Now you can visualize that my background is removed. Or if I want to select a specific background, I will select it and I have to click on the preview. Okay, like this background easily we can change if your background is not decent one. Okay, after that you can click on the apply in order to save those changes and you can come out. Okay, here as my internet connection is slower one, I will turn off the camera. Okay, we were exploring under these more options. We have discussed this turn off incoming, end meeting, start recording, stop recording, keyboard, turn on live captions, show background effects. If I want to enjoy this meeting in full screen mode, that is also possible. If any special note is there, that is also possible to say. And before starting my meeting, I need to check up this. If there is any problem during the meeting, I can click on this show device settings and I can rectify that issue. Okay, now beside this more option, one more option is there, that is share. Suppose during your presentation, suppose you want to share your screen, means suppose any entire screen you want to share, any specific tab you want to share, or any ppt you want to share, or any folder you want to share, that is also possible. Suppose I want to share a ppt. Okay, easily I can share that ppt, and here easily I can explain what is there on the slide with the help of this PowerPoint presentation. Okay, and if I want to stop this sharing, here I have to go at the center and here I have to click on this option stop sharing. That screen sharing will be stopped. Suppose instead of that ppt I want to share my entire screen, then I will click on the entire screen and that entire screen will be shared, and whatever I am doing on my computer, that will be visible to my students. If I want to stop it, I will stop. Okay, similarly, if I want to show any video, that is also possible. If I want to show any folder, that is also possible. Suppose along with this, here few more options are there. Okay, if some files, these files are already added by me, or these functions are already running on my computer. Suppose apart from this something else I want to share, then towards this rightmost lower corner I will get a function as browse. Now here I will get different options. Browse from teams and channels, means some information or some files are there which we have already shared with any other team. That information you want to extract and you want to share here as well, you can select this option. If you want to extract or if you want to upload that file from your OneDrive, that is also possible. If you want to upload that file from your computer, that is also possible. Okay, now beside that browse button, few more options are there. Here whiteboard option is there. Okay, means be patient while whiteboard is loading, it will take some time. Okay, here like that different number of colors are there, and with the help of this easily I can draw. Suppose I want to draw a piston and a cylinder assembly. Okay, that is also possible, but here your skills need to be sharpened in order to prepare it. Okay, and easily you can share this, or with the help of this easily you can explain to the students. Means here during a meeting we have explored this hang up button, then show participant, show conversation, raise your hand, more actions inside here. Most importantly, you have to end your meeting by choosing this option only, and how we can start your recording and how we can stop recording, how we can show or change your backgrounds, then how you can share your screen. Okay, if you want to share entire screen, that is also possible. If you want to share a specific window, that is also possible. Existing the PowerPoint files which you have opened already, any specific folder if you want to share, that is also possible. If you want to show online videos, that is also possible. If you want to explain something by drawing on the whiteboard application you have to use, and that is also possible. Okay, beside that, this microphone function is there and video camera function is there. Okay, Here either I can turn on this microphone or turn off my microphone. If I want to speak something, definitely I have to make it on. Similarly, depending upon my internet connectivity, I can either choose to start that camera, or I can choose to close that or turn off that camera. Okay. Now I hope that everybody has understood how we can schedule a meeting. Okay. Everybody has understood how we can schedule a meeting, how we can have the instant meetings. Now there is a one more functionality that we are going to explore, that is nothing but the calls. If I will click on the calls, like these options I am getting: speed dial, contacts, history, voicemail, and at the end I am getting a make a call button. Okay, towards the uppermost right hand side here, as per my choice, I can add speed dials, or if I want to create any new group, that I can add. Okay, now let us explore this one by one. In the speed dial, suppose if I want to add any of the speed dial number, I have to search for his name and I can add. Okay, here under speed dial I will get one contact with this name, Ashutosh Kate. Now here what I can do, if I want to add my contacts library, that is also possible here by clicking on this add contact. Here what I can do, I can add different names and I can make a richer contact list. Okay, now similarly history up till now, which calls, that may be audio call, that may be video call, which I have done or that you are going to do, that history will be shown here. Means it is similar to our mobile phone. Here voicemail is there, any voicemail that is received at your end, or any voicemail that you have sent from your end, that information will be shown here. Okay, now let us start with this make a call. I will click on the make a call. Here I have to write the name. Okay, and from drop down I can select that name. Okay, and here I am getting two options. Okay, that is audio call and video call. This is one way to make a call. Or suppose inside this speed dial or inside this contacts, different contacts I have saved. Just I have to go to that contact, and here I am getting different tabs. First tab is nothing but the video call. If I will click on this, easily I can make a video call. If I will click on this call button, easily I can call the audio call. Okay, similarly if I want to have the chat, easily I can have. Similarly if I want to remove him from my speed dial list, easily I can remove. Or if I have added himself in any of the group, that is also possible to remove. Okay, means either from here I can make audio call or video call, or from here also I can make audio call or video call. Suppose I want to create a group. For that, what you need to do, I need to, firstly I have to set the name of the group. I will say demo group, and I have to click on the create button. Okay, here I will get a demo group, and if I will go to the right hand side of that demo group, I am finding three dots. I will click here, and here different options I will get. Add a contact to this group, rename this group, or delete this group. All these options are there. Let us add few contacts in this demo group. Okay, I will add one by one. I have to add. Similarly I will add one more name. Okay, and here I have to click on the add. Now inside this demo group I am having two contacts. Okay, now I can make the audio call or video call. Along with that, if I want to have the chat, or if I want to add it to speed dial, I can add remove from this group. That is also possible. Okay, like this I can make use of this call button. Okay, from here also it is possible to make the audio call or video call, or at the start only we have discussed during this chat function. Here what I can do, I can start the chatting. For that, what I need to do, either I need to click here, or I will go to contacts, and with whom I want to start my private chatting. to them I will select and I will start, or directly I will go to the symbol which shows pen and paper. I will click there, and here with whom I need to or I want to have that chatting, that person's name I have to select, and to that person I okay, or I can start the chatting. Suppose I need to format what message I have written. These many options are there that I can use, and I can format it. If I have to make it as a standard, important, urgent, that is also possible. If I want to upload the files, that is also possible. If I want to add some emoji, GIF, stickers, that is also possible. Here how we can schedule a meeting, that already we have explored. Means from where we can schedule a meeting, I can go to the calendars. From there also, yep, I can go to the calendar, and from this uppermost right corner here also we can schedule a meeting. First option. Second option, I can go to the Teams, I can go to a specific channel, and from there as well I can schedule a meeting. Or finally, if I am having this chatting with that group or with that team, there also I can find here this option, and I can create a meeting. Okay, now you might have understood the functionalities of this calls as well. Now next option is files. Here the number of files which I have shared, or which different participants from different teams with whom I am associated, those all information, or that all information will be shown here. Okay, suppose I want to have the data shared in a specific team. That's team name I have to select, and there I will get the different information. The things which we have downloaded previously in at the time of last video, we have downloaded the meeting attendance. That meeting attendance is downloaded, that message is shown. If I will click here, that meeting attendance will be opened. Similarly, if I want to add some files from the OneDrive, that is also possible. If I want to create a new folder, that is also possible. If I want to upload few files, that is also possible. If any of the file which is present here, or all the files I need to share with some another group or some another team or channel, that is also possible. Okay, I can click that link and I can share with them. If I want to add the iCloud storage, these many options are there. I can add Dropbox, Box, then I can share Google Drive. Like that, many applications are there. With the help of that, easily I can add the iCloud storage. Okay, now few more options are there. As we are going to be familiar with this app and we will use this application excessively, definitely in future we will use all these applications which are given here for the better understanding of our students. Along with lesser effort, we can give more inputs, and from those inputs the students will get benefited. Okay, this is all from my side. I hope that everybody has understood each and every functionality or each and every feature of this Microsoft Teams. Okay, thank you so much.